right. Oof. Ooh. What's everybody doing? This is an emergency. We shot down in the dark. We did it because we paid a fee. Now there's nothing to die for. All the kids from miles around are fools in paradise. Don't know about the pirate sound, so the scene is an eyesore. Looking back, you fly away. Jaja coming, so I live to see another day. All I think about if I were just to run away, would I come back to love you, girl? I don't want to change the world. I only want to stop and live. What you say? Come again. What you say? Come again now. Nothing left to do but let it burn. I only hope we're all ascending high. What you say? Come again. What you say? Come again now. All around my hometown, they tried to chop me down. But the truth shall not forsake me. Take me up to higher ground. And you're the light when the feeling is dark. Not pretending the game is a race. Because you're born and you die in my heart. I don't want to change the world. I only want to stop pretending. What you say? Come again. What you say? Come again now. And I will never let you down. I'll be right there beside you, hanging around. So if you think I let you down, leave me here in silence, without a sound. Change words to change burns. We came first, that's why we're in chains, and there's nowhere to play at night. Woo! Is it Saturday yet, Alexander? It's Sunday. Where were you? Where were you? We want the Galactic update, Alexander. Oh my God. Have you seen all these miracles that you're in a new reality? Like, are we paying attention, my family? Because it's like uncountable. It's like uncountable. I wrote down a bunch of them. Some of them more of a safe space thing. I'm going to blow some minds on Patreon today. So get excited, patrons. Thank you all for all your support, for gently caressing the like button, the subscribe buttons, all the things. You know what? Actually, let's talk about one of the things right now. So, this cancer time. First of all, cancers. Let's start this Galactic update. First of all, cancers. You guys, you're just so fantastic. I'm not like picking favorites, but like you guys are just so freaking loving, and just like the emotional vulnerability is what I'd like to call it. That the collective was processing this time of cancer like nothing I've ever even seen before, ever before in this ascension journey. Like the shifts that were coming from this time. But even just looking at the subscribers right now, if you guys want to see a miracle, many of you know my birthday is 8/22. So the second Leo started, the second we left Cancer, and mind you, we're still in like about a day and a half overflow where it's still very Cancer-ish, and there might be some things emotionally and vibrationally that you need to wrap up before Lionsgate, just to add that in for your Galactic update. The second we hit it, the subscribers say 228, my birthday. And I'm just like, it was just one thing after another. So yeah, thank you for your 10 more subscribers in the course of 2 months. No, I'm grateful. You know what? Now that we're at 228, don't hit the subscriber button. We've hit the number. That was the number I wanted. So now, don't see. I'm going to do reverse
psychology. Does reverse psychology work when you tell people you're doing reverse psychology? Don't hit the subscribe button. You're too late. You're too late. We have enough people now. Watch, I'm going to come on tomorrow and have like 5,000 subs. Because I said,
well, now that you said not to do it, you're not my dad. I'm subscribing.
I'm subscribing, Alexander. So I got my golden god. First of all, Luna D, freaking love you. I don't know if you're here right now, but this is the cutest thing ever. I couldn't even figure out how to get the pen to come out of the... It's a clip-on. Are you sure? Freaking love you, sister. Love the gift. I love when I think I'm opening up a bracelet repair. I got dope. Oh, speaking of dope t-shirts. Oh my God. Oh my God. The truth shall set you free. How could I not? How could I not? How could I? How could I not? That's a little Dr. Strange for you. It's a little Dr. Strange. We already heard this. Oh, that's another thing I'd like to say. So I already played Crucial. Some of you have maybe heard me play this song. Making the same sound in the early morning time. So this is Holy Cow by Chaos. K-O-S, not Chaos. But I love him. I wish he didn't pick that name, but he's, oh God, I love him. Been listening to him for 20 years. He was like a whole part of my spiritual journey. Why am I saying all this? I pulled up in Flagstaff yesterday because Spirit wanted me to go up there to make it rain in Sedona so the mountain wouldn't be on fire anymore, which worked, by the way. So, toot my horn a little bit. But I get out of the car, so I'm in the city in Flagstaff. And like, it's possible somebody heard this song. My volume was so low, so I have this song on in the car. And I get out of the car, and there's some guys walking by. Let me just mute it so I can do it right. He's like, he's literally whistling this song. And I'm like, maybe he heard it through my window. My windows were up. I had the AC on. And I hear the guy, like it was like I turned off the radio and then he's walking down the street. There's just no way he heard it. But it's possible, obviously, he did hear it. But like when he's whistling this song, which is not a common, like I never, like every once in a while I put on Chaos and people are like, oh my God, I love Chaos. The artist, not the shit magic, pardon my French. So yeah, let's pop up the second camera because I got things to show you and I got things to talk about multidimensionally.
Look at my cute little bee. I drew a bee for everybody.
For everybody bee? Okay. So I made it to this place where I was just kept ascending and leaving what some call higher selves, what Alexander prefers we all call other dimensional versions to not limit ourselves. Started passing other dimensional versions that didn't really want to pass, to be honest with you. But Spirit was like, you have to do this. And I was like, yes, this is what we came here to do. This is what we're doing. So ascending past these versions, as people think they're going to fifth density, popping past versions. I'm not even going to put a number on it. It's not a pissing contest. But this is what I'm saying. So many of you have heard me talk about the bee. Maybe it's more of a patron thing. But what I'll say is this. About 2.5, 3 years ago, I grabbed my stream over here. I pull everything to the center. I pull it down and I pull it in my heart. And I was just like, because I was like, enough is enough. Like with all these, like, whose belief structures this, what's that? Like this, it is. Honestly, I'm grateful for the intuition and the guidance and the protection and everything I've gotten from these other dimensional versions of myself. But more and more every day, I look at this all like it's a distortion field that we should all be escaping, to be honest with you. Sorry to talk about your higher selves in that manner. This is just my own opinion. And maybe that's why there's only 2,000 people subscribed. Because maybe most people aren't ready to agree with that or they just don't agree with that. But that's fine. Back to the story. When I pulled everything to center mass, okay, and center mass, when I pulled everything to center mass, and I could just see and feel something much higher up than where my 15th density dragon was. And I see something up there, and it's a bee, not a humanoid bee, not some sort of like, it was just a bee. It was a gigantic bee. So years go by, and I've been like working with this. I've been knowing that this aspect is up there. I told you all about the Thriae, okay? The original oracles of Delphi were known as the Thriae. These were bee goddesses that did look more humanoid, but had like bee legs, and they had the fairy wings as opposed to having angelic wings, like you all at home watching right now, my fellow angelics. So what was this bee? Okay, and I was like asking this, and I was sitting with this, and it was more confusing than ascending in nature. What I'll say is this: as I've been working with this for years, just about 2 days ago, I go up to the bee. So Spirit has me go up to the bee. So I don't know if this helps people at all. This just helps one person. That's why I'm saying all this. But really, this is kind of just like, Katie, hello, everybody. I'll punch in a second. I'll hug in a second. I went up to the bee to ask a question because, as you can see, if you look back in the videos, my head wants to look where things were, and there's nothing there anymore. So I go up to the bee because there was something that I was looking to be in tune with. So I wanted to get out of the distortion matrix and just tune in on what was going on in the reality. And I realized that, so picture this rounded eye of the bee, okay? Now, I made these larger, but there's like thousands, if not like a million, tiny little hexagons on the eye of the bee. And when I looked at this upper dimensional aspect of the bee, I could see that in the reflection of one of these hexagons, okay? So in the reflection of one of these, okay, I could see that behind me on my left or my right was still these same other dimensional versions. I could basically call them in, which this makes sense because if we go up, okay, instead of passing our angelic or our archangel or our elven or whatever we are passing as we pass by these aspects to ascend to the point of greatness that we all belong in, what I'm getting at is you can still talk to these aspects, but they're behind you. And this is what I was seeing. And maybe this is just the way that Spirit's showing me this so I can talk to them. But think about this actually physically or scientifically for a second. If you have something rounded with all these hexagons, okay? So this shape, like picture all these little mirrors like a disco ball. This is going to be able to, you align yourself with the right hexagon and you get basically closer to it. So this tiny little hexagon becomes this giant mirror in front of you, and then you can talk to your angelic, or you can talk to your dragon, or whoever you feel like, if I'm going to continue this ascension process, do I, because there was questions I was asking myself where it was like, basically it was difficult to pass these aspects. I almost was like questioning, do I want to keep going? And obviously, like, we came here to keep going. I had to keep going. But now I'm able to speak to these aspects for now. Maybe it's just some sort of Band-Aid for myself. But I wanted to tell you guys, if you're at this point, the third eye's turned on, and you have passed by an aspect, if this bee exists in your field as well, whatever this bee is, as I continue to traverse this multidimensional faceted reality that we all exist in, the eye of the bee. I don't know. That's it. That's all. That's your galactic update. I got so much more to share on the Patreon. I got some golden god right here. We're swabbing the deck. Never swab the deck. Always swab the deck. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for all your years of support. Freaking love you guys so much. On in my yellow teeth now. Extra turmeric. By the way, I added a little nutmeg to the golden god. To those of you making the golden god, I added a little nutmeg to it. It's like I don't even know. It's like liquid French toast. So, let's see what's going on over the course of these next 7 strongs. I don't want to call them days. I don't want to call them weeks. We get strong every day, my family. Luna D, where you at? Luna D. Not a lunatic, she's a Luna D. Bless them, Jah, when them do. We made it to Leo, everybody. We made it. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Haha, there you are. What does Spirit want us to know? By us, I mean the collective of everybody watching, about these next upcoming 170 hours or whatever it is. Prophet rides again, right. Oh, I know what this is going to say. Oh my God. Bougie. Now you're just making sounds like the Swedish chef. All right. Oh. Okay. I'm going to give the full story for this on Patreon. But what I'm going to say is this right now. As we traverse this multidimensional reality that we're already in this multidimensional reality now, okay? As we traverse this reality, sometimes friends, family members, certain people, we're going to have to simply, whether it's temporarily or not, let them go off the balloon, our balloon to ascension. We've been talking about this for a decade. There's been certain times where I'm like, well, I'm not ready to let this weight go off my balloon, but we need to hold space. This is what I know. I'm just speaking from my experience. I'm not saying but you need to do it. I'm telling you what works for me. That's all I can really do. That's all anybody should do online. Anybody you're watching. I hope that's what they're saying is their process, and not, like I was saying just the other day, not saying that their process is the only way, because it's not. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look back a video or two. But what I'm getting at is this. We have to hold space that when we let a weight go off of our balloon, hopefully they bounce back up higher than where they were. What I'm seeing is certain people in my reality, I've been almost enabling them. And maybe not even people in my reality, maybe the dark people that are connected to people that I love. As I do what I can to help and do what I can to help and do what I can to help. And Spirit just keeps going, you got to let them fall. You got to let them go through their thing. You got to let them do this. And I would be like, I didn't get it. I didn't get this years ago. So that's why I'm helping you guys, hopefully, by saying all this. What if you're enabling the demon that's attached to them? What if you're enabling the abusive husband or boyfriend or girlfriend, whoever, or boss? What if the only way that the person that we love can actually ascend out of what they're dealing with is for us to allow them to deal with it? So they're saying that this is love. We love this person that's maybe chose 6D, 8D, 10D, and maybe doesn't realize it. Maybe there was a love for money. Maybe there was a love for power or something like that. But we're seeing spiritual love for somebody that we remember in our physical reality, but they're involved in darker magic, plain and simple, okay? So middle of the week, it's showing this difficulty deciding whether to go left or go right with the ascension process, with the phoenix rising from the ashes. these 4 cards is the perfect description of what I've been going through and what I've been knowing I have to wrap up with the rest of this cancer. Call it a timeline, call it a whatever. But we're basically, when we look at the future, when we look at halfway through Thursday, all of Friday, and all of Saturday, it's showing anything being possible as we get our work done, as we do what we came here to get done spiritually. The message from Other Dimensional Versions is looking forward, looking backwards while moving forward. So this card shows like we can trip, we can fall. You want to look where you're going. If you look at this card, okay, we see that the person's moving forward and looking backwards. So that's not safe, so to speak. I'm running with scissors. So this all is wrapped around the moon. Something that's going on with the moon, whether this is the next, let's see, I'm doing it right now. Is this the next full moon? It's the next new moon. Something that's going on with the next new moon, okay? So something's about to be completed with the next full moon, and then with the next new moon, it's what we're manifesting. And what we're manifesting is not enabling anything anymore, not enabling anything shadow, and holding such an angelic and loving vibration that the people that we care about will meet us at that level. And that's one of the miracles, straight up miracles I'm going to be talking about in a little bit on Patreon. It's already 1:37. It's like I'm not like dangling the story. I just really don't have time to tell it. It's going to take at least 15 minutes. So I freaking love you guys. That's all I want to definitely let you know today. We keep going. We keep getting stronger. Mind, body, spirit. We do something every single day. What is your body physically capable to do? I couldn't do this without my workouts. I couldn't have adjusted what I adjusted this morning without my leg workout I just did. And just, listen to your body, listen to your mind, listen to your soul. We have to make sure we're meditating. We have to make sure that we're paying attention to our dreams. We're remembering our dreams, telling ourselves we're going to remember our dreams, working on lucidity right now as well. That's been coming up for a lot of people. And the best thing that I can tell you to work on your lucidity is questioning when something happens. Like I told you the story about this guy whistling Holy Cow yesterday. That gave me the opportunity to ask myself if I was dreaming. And when you ask yourself if you're dreaming, and you do this in your physical reality, you're retraining your mind space for when you are dreaming. So the goal is saying, okay, this is very strange, or this is out of place, or this is odd, or these walls aren't this color. So I ask myself, because this is what's worked the best for me, so that's why I'd like to share it with you, because everything else, all the books say, doesn't work for me, or it worked once or twice and then it stopped working. Here's what works for me. Questioning, how did I get here? Okay, so if I did this right now, how did I get here? I'm sitting at this desk doing tarot cards. How did I get here? Okay, I was here. I went and made my shake. I was at the gym. I was here again. I was working on some stuff. I packed up for the gym. I woke up in bed. I can trace back my life. When you are in dream time and you ask yourself, how did I get here? When you begin to go lucid, all right? When you do this, you will not be able to go back one step, never mind 3, if your brain somehow figures out how to trick you. You can't go back 3 steps. So think back to the 3 places you just were, and you're going to go, wait a minute. And then you're going to look at where you are and you'll be like, wait, I'm not supposed to be here. This is definitely a dream. Because every time you look at that person you love, your brother, your sister, your family member, your friend, whoever it is, in your dream, and you go, is this a dream? Are we dreaming right now? They're always going to go, no, this is not a dream. At least for me. I've never had one of these reflections go, it is a dream. Let's get the out of here, Alexander. We can fly. We can fly. I'm always just I'll be floating there, and I'll be like, well, if this isn't a dream, why am I floating while I speak to you? And they're like, because I've literally that's one of the things I don't know. I feel like I can't get past it. My brain doesn't realize that all these reflections of these people that I love in my dream state are not really them. They're imagery that somehow I've created, or who knows. This is so advanced dream time. But I just love people so much. I'm like, I try to jailbreak everybody. I'm like, guys, in on me. This is a dream. We're getting the out of here. We can fly, family. We can fly. And every time they all just look at me and go, "This isn't a dream." And I'm like, "Yeah, but it's like it's 1943 and we're in Europe right now, and I don't know how I got here." So last thing I'd like to say about all this: you do your work. You do your work. You do you. You get those like Buddha, Christed Hanuman eyes, okay? And people will know they always can come to you. The people that love you will know they're ready, because there's been this like, whatever it is. I'll use working out at the gym for an example. I'm working out at the gym. People know I have all this knowledge. I was a personal trainer for a decade, and like everything I know, and I'm like, and you guys, I'm sure you guys have heard me say this before. I'm like, where is my lifting partner? Where is the person that like values my spotting and all the information that I like? It's just like pouring out of me. Like, where is this lifting partner that I'm like, yes, you. And the more I've sat with this, I realized like, why do I meet this person? I remember them. They're like a high angelic. I meet them and I'm like, me and you, let's go, bro. We're going to freaking skip off into this sunset with the rainbow over it together. And they're like, yeah, no, take it down a notch, bro. And I'm looking at it for years like it was me. And now the more I'm like detaching from this, I'm just like, I'm good by myself. I'm seeing that these people are showing back up. And when they show back up, I'm noticing that, how do I best say this? It's almost threatening to them that I can see their future. I can see their past and I can see their power. And it's the best way to say is they don't even feel worthy of the way that I look at them. So they're like, run away from Alexander. Because this has happened like since I've moved to Sedona. There's been at least a good like 20 times. I'm just like, you're my brother, you're my sister. Let's do this. We're saving this planet. Did you know that? We're saving the planet. We're doing it. We're creating heaven on earth together. Let's go. And they're like, whoa. So if any of you have been dealing with that as well, I will say the fastest way to do that work and to heal that and to see those people come back to you, or come to you for the first time, because when I say come back to you, this like could have literally been something in other lifetimes. I just hope that helps. I don't really have much else to say about it. What crystal helps against high blood pressure? Shungite helps with everything, like literally everything. It's the entire periodic table of elements. Some very, very powerful shais. And I was showing you guys this. I'm going to make this video soon. But, where is it? Okay, hold on. I got to touch the top. That's why. That's shungite. So that'll light up when I just touch this bead. You see that? Is that lighting? It's kind of hard to see with the, maybe here? Yeah, here. So see that? Shungite. That's how you know your shungite's real. I'll even go with this quartz. Nothing. No light. This has some gold on it. That'll light. 24 karat gold. No. Ooh, a little bit of light with the bonding. Let me go to something with no bonding. The dragon's blood. Okay. Bam. Nothing. You can hear that tapping. So, make sure your shungite's real, preferably unpolished. It's being pumped out on the market, polished. I don't know. That'll be a conversation for another day. Some of you know I prefer the gemstones, if they can be unpolished and not non-toxic, to have them unpolished. Polished to me is almost like, somebody saying like, oh, you have dry skin, put this lotion on the skin. And before we put the lotion on, we wrap plastic wrap around our arm. Because you're removing the pores, you're removing the porousness of the stone when it gets shine, even though it's not like there's some sort of wax or some sort of layer on it, but you're almost like sealing part of the essence of the stone inside. So with shungite, I don't agree with that, especially if you're using it for certain purposes. That before you use it for those purposes, always ask your doctor before eating fruit. Always ask your doctor anything that Alexander's ever said before doing it. Oh, God, I love you guys. All right. I'm going to go get everything together for, we're still over 30 minutes. Look at that. I'm going to go get everything together for the patrons. Patreon.com, search Galactic Tarot. If you want to join the fam, the Safe Space crew. I love you guys so much. Bottom of my heart, top of my heart, front of my heart, back of my heart, throughout all of time and space. And I appreciate you all for being here on this journey with me. I will see you all, honestly, not so soon. So hold on to your butts. He's going to say something. I am going back to Rhode Island for about a week. I'm also going through Malibu for a few days and LA. So a much needed little time off before Alexander's 40th birthday. That's right. He said 40. He's turning 40 in a few days. Look at this. Look at this. You can do this too, kids. Don't be stressed, children. You can look like a baby forever as well. Yes, yeah. I will see you guys. I'm thinking of punching in on Lionsgate. I'm thinking of that'll be the next time you see me, to be honest with you. I hope you can hold space for the rest of the things that I have to wrap up and complete before my 40th birthday. And at the very, very latest, I will see you guys on the 15th for Love and Romance readings. But what's going on the first of the month, Alexander? We'll figure it out. You guys got this. I love you all so freaking much. I'm still here. If you need Alexander, you know how to find him. If you know how to find him. And I love you all so, so, so very much. So I'm going to take the first break from making these videos that I've ever taken. Have I missed? Like, if I ever missed a week, it's because I've been at an event. And then I still pretty sure I went live and did the weekly reading. I think I've maybe missed 2 weekly readings since I started doing this in 2015 on Facebook. And some of you have been there for that entire journey. So for you, for the rest of you, equal and opposing amounts of love to everybody new and everybody old. And I love you all so freaking much. I will see you very, very soon, but not as soon as last time. I love you all. See you very soon, patrons. I hope to see you in there. Thank you. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Cheers, my family. And if I don't see you then, happy Lionsgate.